You know, sometimes in life, it's always good and bad in the decisions you make. But sometimes you don't know about the bad until it's too late. I'm here to tell you about the bad. And it was almost too late. Just keeping it a bean, dog. Oh, now, y'all already know what time it is. Say check me out, man, before I start my video, bro. Y'all already know what to do, man. Hit that like and hit that subscribe button. And when you hit that subscribe button, make sure you hit that bell notification also. Anytime I drop video, you be notified. ASAP Rocky, you can hop on, we can kick it and we can vibe. So the other day I was cooling. Me and my wife had went down to Shreveport to drop off invitations to our wedding. All right, now yes, I am getting married here soon, man. And it's a blessing, you know, because I never thought, when I was younger, I never thought that I could be a one-man band. You feel me? And what I mean by that is me just being with one woman. All right, me settling down to one woman and being like, this is the only woman for me. I realized that sometimes in life you don't realize certain things until it's right in your face. Because when you find that right person, that person that's for you, then it's like, man, this is the person I want to be with for the rest of my life. And I found my person. So as we driving through Shreveport, we on the highways, you know, 20, 31, 32, 49. And like, it was like things just playing through my head as we going down the highways. And a lot of those things that was playing down my head was, I used to be high as hell on meth driving down these highways, geeking. And it brought memories back that was good and bad, right? Now, I know what a lot of y'all probably thinking. Well, Key, how the hell you got good memories and you was on ice, you was on amphetamines, you was on that ish, boy? Well, here's the thing about it, right? It's always good and bad in any and everything that you do, right? The good thing about it was the high. The bad thing about it was the high. Okay, because here's the thing, and this is not me glorifying that drug, right? Because that's a bad drug, right? But when you own something like that, something so strong as that right there, your mind plays tricks on you to believe that you can do whatever you want to do on that drug, when you can do whatever you want to do while you're on the drug, but it's never what you think what you want to do. You see what I'm saying? Because when you getting high on something that stimulates your mind, I don't care what it is, but whenever you getting high on something that stimulates your mind, you're not thinking clearly, right? You're not thinking to a point where it's like you want to do better in life. There's always something else going on, and your mind starts to wander off of little things. So as I'm doing this and I'm getting high, my mind wanders, and I feel like I'm Superman. I feel like can't nobody touch me. I feel like, you know, I could do whatever I want, whenever I want, however I want. You know, never got caught doing it because I wasn't no big fish in the game. I wasn't in the game. I was just getting high, right? Now a lot of people would say, "Oh, you was a little dope head. You was a little this. You was a little that." I really wasn't, folks. Like at all. Like I wasn't going around begging for nothing. I wasn't going around, you know, on that type tip. You feel me? Like I was really getting fed it on the cool. You know, so I was getting fed it, right? And what I mean by that is, obviously, you know, if you keep up my story, you know what happened. You feel me? I was in the house. It was in the house. I was doing it. I could do it whenever I want. But at the same time, in that type of situation, it's the most dangerous. So me getting high every day, all day, every night, all night was a very dangerous situation, right? Now, at the time, I was about, when I really was doing, I was about 23 years old, right? And I was only doing it for maybe like 3 years, right? And not the whole 3 years. I was doing it off and on for a year and a half, 2 years, and then the last little stint, you know what I'm saying? I was really going hard, right? Now, nobody knew that I was doing this in the beginning. Really, nobody knew I was doing it, period, right? I wasn't that type of guy that I'm just telling everybody, because that's something that you really don't want to tell people. Hey, boy, you know I'm on that ice, boy. You want to do something? That's not something that you go around telling people, okay? And I was never embarrassed about my decisions that I made in life. This is why I speak on certain things that I speak on, right? But the high was something that can't be matched. The high was something that can't be explained unless you done it before, okay? The high felt like I was on a hot air balloon. I could jump off it, fly, and land on my feet. The high felt like I could put a refrigerator on my back and walk with it. The high made me feel like I was the strongest man in the world. That high made me feel like if you tried it, you couldn't hurt me. I was invincible. That's what that high made me feel like. I never felt a high like that before, because I used to smoke that gas all the time. That gas high and dope high is two different highs. You know, they say when you inject, like when you start using needles, that high is better than you smoking it. I can honestly believe that. Well, damn, Keith, you ever shot up? I never shot up. I never once ever shot up. But I don't knock nobody who ever done it, because you can't knock somebody for their past, bro. You can't knock somebody for the things that they done, especially if this man or this woman overcame all these things. At this time, me getting high, I loved it. I loved the feeling. I loved the rush. I loved the big clouds that I would blow out. Right? The high was unmatched. Right? Now, mind you, I'm not glorifying this. I'm just telling you what I went through in my life. When I would get high, I would play the game a lot, and I would make music. That's all I would do. Play the game and make music and work. When I would make music, right, which is beats, my beats was, I felt like at that time was unmatched. I felt like, because I had a lot of time on my hands after work, and I could just get high, and my kids would play with other kids, you know what I'm saying, around, and, you know, they'll play with other kids. I didn't have to necessarily worry about, oh, is they eating, is they doing this, are they doing that, because we was all in the same house. Now, I never did the dope around my kids, like them being right there. But they would be downstairs or somewhere else, and I would be in the bathroom, and I'd be smoking, right? And you being in that type of situation where it's in-house, it's just like a woman or a man, right? They say in-house, outhouse. The in-house cat, the outhouse cat. In-house cat hit different than outhouse cat. In-house cat, whenever you want it and she ready, you good to go. Outhouse cat, you gotta do a little work, right? Well, it's the same with the dope. When it's in-house dope, you can go in the bathroom, go underneath the sink, unwrap that bit from that towel, get that motherfucking lighter from behind that door, blow down as much as you want, refill up that bowl and blow down some more. You ain't gotta go outside and be cooling with your partners and getting the risk of getting caught. It hit different than when you gotta be out. And that was another thing that I liked. In-house dope, right? I feel like the high that I was receiving was a high that was masking my mind and masking my emotions from certain things. Because you have to understand, right? When I first was going out of town and I was doing it, I was doing it just to do it. I was around some white boys. I was smoking on their gas. The white boys was doing it right in front of me. I felt disrespected because they were doing it right in front of me. They kept doing it in front of me. And I was like, bro, let me just try it, bro. Let me just try it. So I did. I tried it. And when I first tried it, I didn't see what was the hype about. Right? I didn't see nothing that was the hype about it, because I didn't understand the high. The next day, I'm working like a slave. Back goddamn me, what, 1800s, nigga? 1900s, nigga. I was in that bit working like a whole slave. You feel me? And it was at that moment where I realized, oh shit, I can accomplish a lot from getting high off of this, right? Not realizing that it's just the drugs that make you feel like that, and it's just the drugs that make you move the way that you move, right? Now, it wasn't until maybe like I got back in town, I was still sneaking and geeking, where I was like, okay, I kind of like this drug. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't doing nothing wrong. Ain't nobody detecting nothing. You can't smell the shit. Only time like, but here's the thing though, when you have done it before, right? When you've done it before and somebody's around smoking it, you know exactly what it smells like. And if you never done it before, you would not detect it at all. Well, what do you mean, Key? Like, that don't make no sense. Let me break it down for you. When you've done it before and you be around somebody who's doing it, it low-key smell like, I'm not gonna say cat piss, but in a sense of like somewhat like cat piss. But Key, if I smell cat piss, I would know what it smelled like. I understand what you're saying, fam, but at the same time, trust me, you not. Because if you go in the bathroom, let's say I just got done blowing down. Right? I just got done blowing down on the dope, on the meth, on the ice. You go in there and you smell it. To you, it's just gonna smell like how can I put it? It's gonna smell like not starch. It ain't, because starch got a distinct smell, but it's gonna smell like nothing. Honestly, it's gonna smell like nothing. It's gonna smell like a little something, but you're not gonna be like, man, what the hell? You in your mind just be like, damn, it's a lot of smoke in here, bro. Like, what is that? I don't know what that is. I can't even, it don't even have an odor to it. But when you do it, all of a sudden, it seemed like you can just detect it, bro. Not even lying right now, okay? And there was another thing that I liked about it. You couldn't detect it. You couldn't smell it, right? If a dog was to come around it, maybe the dog could smell it. But to the naked eye, if somebody had it in their car, the cop's not gonna say, oh, I got a problem with cops because I smell something. No, because you don't smell nothing. You can't smell glass, fam. You can't smell glass. You feel me? Because that's what it was. It was glass shards. You feel me? The glass, when you pick it up, you can see clear. You can see straight through it. That's why they call it glass. If it had some type of like murky shit in, like looked like it was like foggy, that was bad. It wasn't good. I had a batch of bad too, a bad glass, right? And it was at a point where I would hit it and it would like, instead of it just being you can feel the smoke, it was like you could taste it. Like it was like water going through your mouth, and it was the nastiest taste ever in life. Okay. Me being around it for the time that I was around it opened up my eyes about a lot of things too. Because me being around it, me seeing certain people, that's when you realize like this not it. It's a lot of snakes in the grass when it comes down to you doing ice. Okay? Because when you doing it and you just partying, that's one thing. But then once you start seeing people movements and how people are snakes, it becomes another thing. Me doing it for the time being when it was in-house, it was like something unmatched. But I would see a lot of people come in and out the house. I would see a lot of people who, as soon as you see them, you knew you couldn't trust them. Here's where the bad comes in at. Because I started doing the in-house because I felt like it would help my relationship with this person I was with at the time. Now, they came to me and was like, how do you feel about getting on ice? I was already on the ice. I had to play dumb. And I was like, I mean, shit, I mean, you know, I don't know, I mean, it don't matter to me, you feel me? It's whatever, right? That's how I'm looking at it, like, oh shit, don't matter to me, it's whatever. We get on the ice thinking that it would help our relationship. But whole time it really just pulled us apart from each other, which was a blessing in disguise. But I honestly feel like that was just a diversion to get me in a place where I didn't care about a lot of things. Because when somebody's doing something like that, you would think that their mind is so focused on that's all they want, right? Just like somebody who used to do crack back in the day or something like that, right? They were so focused on the crack that they didn't care about their kids, they didn't care about eating, they didn't care about their family, they didn't care about nothing but just getting high. It seemed like God had other plans for me, because I had the complete opposite of that. Because at first it was all fun and games, get loaded, be up all night making music, go to work, didn't feel tired, still had weight on me, and everything changed within the blink of an eye. Because out the blue, I got real paranoid, real fast. With me getting paranoid, I started to look at any and everything. I started to question any and everything. It didn't matter if it was lotion that was on the counter. When I got home, if that lotion was not on the counter in that particular place, I questioned it. Well, where's the lotion? I seen everything with like extra eyes or some shit. I was paranoid. These are things that they don't tell you about. Paranoia. I would check out the window. Now, I didn't feel like nobody was trying to kill me. I didn't feel like that. But I started to feel like the people I was around was trying to set me up. I started to feel like the people I was around was trying to get me hooked on this so I could be out the way. And that's exactly what happened. Because as soon as we got on there and we started doing what we were doing, the female I was with, she ended up dipping. Me being so paranoid, me being so open, me being so woke, I was woke, stupid woke. I started seeing things, started hearing things, started putting the pieces together. And it was scary. Cause when you own that glass and you get paranoid, it's dangerous. When you feel like somebody's out to get you and harm you, you will do anything by any means necessary to get out of that situation you in. And when I say anything, that's exactly what I mean. I started watching the people's house that I was in cameras all the time on the TV. I would watch the cameras. I would roll the cameras back. I would watch who came to the house. I would watch how many times they came to the house. I would watch to see if the female I was with, if she had other dudes come through. I would watch the back camera. I would watch the side cameras, the front cameras. I questioned everything. I wasn't myself. See, whenever you start doing something for the first time, nobody tells you these things. Nobody told me that when I would get on the ice, the glass, that not only would my body change, but my mind would change too. Nobody told me that when I get on the glass that it would eat at my fat and then eat at my bones. Nobody told me that, right? But nobody also told me about the high. Well, let me take that back. The white boys told me about the high. The white boys told me that the high is unmatched. White boys told me that when you hit this, it's better than smoking that gas right there. And I didn't believe it. But when you start doing something and you continue to do it, you find out that what they were saying was true. That glass was better than that gas. High-wise. Now I know a lot of people who smoke that gas, especially a lot of black people. You smoke that gas, you would look at me like I'm a fool. What? Can you tripping? Why whopping the third? Come on, man. You know that glass only take 3 days to get out of your system. But that gas, it takes 30 days to get out of your system. Did you know that if I was in the car, did you know that if me and you both had cars and you were smoking your gas in the car and I was smoking glass in the car, you would get caught before I did? Did you know that? Okay. Did you know that when you get high and I get high, that's two different highs? Like the fact that I can hurt you on that glass more than you can hurt me while you're on that gas. Did you know that? Did you know that if we was to fight and somebody on that glass, when you hit them, it doesn't affect them? Did you know that? But if I hit you while you're on that gas, I can hurt you. Did you know that? See, these are things that are the difference between the two. Right? Both are illegal. But one is more dangerous than the other. Because while you kicking high and laughing, being the life of the party on that gas, somebody who's on that glass is very paranoid, very optimistic, and not in a good way. Somebody on that glass do some things to you that you would never imagine. The scariest dude in the room get on that glass for a while. He been up for a couple of days. He'll do you something quick because he paranoid. He feel like you playing on his top. He feel like you might try to snatch his old lady. He feel like this and he feel like that. Whole time you weren't doing none of that. You know that glass play tricks on your mind. It makes you believe your darkest secrets. It makes you believe things that you don't want to believe. It makes you see things that you don't want to see. But these are all the bad things that nobody tells you about. People just want you to get high with them because misery do love company. When I was on it, I didn't like company. I didn't want company. I just wanted to be by myself. I got molded into that because when I first started doing it with them, the people that was in-house, I had to do it by myself because they would do it with each other. They used the excuse of, we don't want all the kids to see us in one room or in the bathroom all together. I said, okay. Well, I asked the girl that I was with, why can't just me and you do it together? I don't want the kids to see us in the bathroom together. Okay. I got molded to doing it by myself, and I got molded to basically being isolated. And that's what I was used to, isolation. Nobody tells you that when something like that's in the house, you could really lose any and everything that you have. You can lose your kids. You can lose rights to your kids. You can lose your life. You can lose yourself. You can lose your dignity. You feel me? Nobody tells you that. Because those are things that you're going to have to go through in life and see for yourself. I almost lost everything. I almost drowned sleeping. Nobody tells you that when you don't have the dope, your body hurts worse than anything that you ever felt in your life. Nobody tells you that. Nobody tells you that when you're young and you're doing it and you don't know the game, that for days you're not going to eat because your body makes you feel like you're not hungry. But the ice is eating at your fat. Nobody tells you that. Nope, nobody tells you that you feel like you want to eat, but you can't. Nobody tells you that. Nobody tells you that Your life will change the moment you put your lips on that pipe. Nobody tells you that. But why would they? Because any and everything that you do has good and bad in it. You just gotta pick your poison. And trust me when I tell you, that's a poison that you don't want to pick. Trust me when I tell you, life will change for you. When it does, I hope that you're ready for it. Because anybody can give you the game. But the thing is are you going to listen to the game? Or are you going to be a fool? Like they say, a wise man will listen. But a fool will remain the same. Just keep it a bean, dog.